William James, the famous psychologist, has a very important saying. If asked about the harshest punishment that can be inflicted on a person, I would say it is for no one to pay attention to them, no matter what they do. In this context, there was once a phrase I read that caught my attention, saying that worse than making a mistake is for no one to notice the mistake at all. This means that the feeling of being unimportant or unseen is worse than the feeling of being accused or wrong. In the very important book Status Anxiety by the English writer Alain de Botton, translated by the writer and author Mohammed Abdelnaby, the writer and thinker confirms that we have two types of love that we seek, imtiaf, both equally important. One type we acknowledge is the love of the opposite sex, and another type we do not acknowledge, which is the love of people for us. We want something like that. He says if we consider the love of the opposite sex a natural and logical matter that we shouldn't be ashamed of, then the other type of love, related to our desire for people to love us, seems embarrassing when we ask for it or talk about it, as if achieving status among people is often linked solely to an economic meaning. You, sir, and you, ma'am, and I, by the way, always claim that people's view of us is not important, and their appreciation of us doesn't concern us. But the truth is that's not true. It's just that we're embarrassed to admit it. And unfortunately, the standard of their love and appreciation is often material, determined by things like bank balance, my job status, the type of my car, my shirt, my watch, my phone, and other things. Botten, the writer born in Switzerland in 1969, and who holds a PhD in philosophy from Harvard University, confirms this about something very strange, but astonishingly and painfully true, which is that people, and we are among them, strive to earn money, not for its own sake, but because this money provides us with things that ensure us a greater space of appreciation and love. So I change my car, my phone, and my place of residence not for any reason, other than because these new, expensive things will make people love me, appreciate me, and elevate my status with them. And the author says that unfortunately, we do this due to a lack of pay attention, this is very important. Why do we keep running and running to get many things? Due to a lack of certainty about ourselves and our own value. We are shaken from within and think that the many things we own support us. And as a result of this calamity, we seek the evaluations of others. He says that we claim the evaluations of others play a crucial role in how we see ourselves. So the important question is, does this have any harm? I mean, when we buy things to impress people, does this have any harm? The truth is, he said, the harms are beyond what you can imagine, and most, if not all, are psychological. For example, if we remember, we will find that some of us, when we were young, and some of us as adults, the truth is, sometimes we pretend to be sick, in pain, or complain, even though we are not ill. Why? To attract sympathy, attention, and love. And we, as adults, burden ourselves with commitments and installments to own things we don't need, but want, thinking they will bring love, acceptance, and attention. And the capitalist society comes to reinforce this, making it a reality. This was expressed by Mr. Mohammed Khan, by the way, in the film The Wife of an Important Man. The film talks about a person who had status and respect, derived from his job. So when he lost it, he continued to pretend he was still working, financially straining himself and ruining his life. I want to tell you that this story is actually a true story we read about. It was published by Mr. Abdel Wahab Motaweya in the Friday Mail. At that time, the wife wrote to the man asking, "What should I do about my husband?" Of course, the man didn't end up, like in the film, completely destroying himself. But she discovered it and told him that the man went crazy when he lost the status he had achieved through his job position. He started pretending to us that he was going to work, renting a car of the same type, having someone open the door for him, and returning at the same time. He used to come back from work carrying an important briefcase that she eventually discovered contained the newspapers they read at the cafe when he went to sit there. The point here is that most of us have a problem where we value ourselves based on how people perceive us, a valuation based on external conditions. And society has always evaluated people according to their jobs and what they own for a long time, by the way. We as humans have long valued things like a fertile woman, a beautiful woman, a man from a reputable family, and someone who works in a prestigious position in the state. These things have been valued for a long time, until the industrial era came in the 17th century, and money started to elevate status more quickly, and could potentially buy all that social standing. Consequently, your status became about what you own and your bank balance. If you have money, you can buy people's love, status, value, and prestige, and you will be respected, even though logic suggests otherwise. And sensible people act differently. A sensible person tests people to see who truly loves them. The writer Ahmed Amin, may God have mercy on him, was shocked when he resigned from the university after issues between him and Taha Hussein. After these issues, he found that his home phone wasn't ringing like it used to. He realized then that only those who truly were his friends would call. I finished speaking. A person experiences the worst forms of anxiety as they strive to achieve a social status that earns them the affection, respect, and appreciation of others. Anxiety is insidious because it often makes us act against our own interests, and we may ruin our lives by filling them with things that consume a great deal of our effort and priorities for no other reason than to impress people. My car is outdated and my phone looks shabby, and I see these as things that diminish people's respect for me, so I feel I must change them. I must complete myself with installments and pressure myself for my status in the eyes of others, and when I fail to be successful by their standards and can't keep up, I suffer from humiliation. This humiliation is the opposite of status. And by the way, it's the worst human feeling on earth. You stand humiliated, as we mentioned at the beginning, because no one pays attention to you. And unfortunately, this also comes from people, because just as you tied your status to people's opinions of you, you also tied your profession to them and gave their view of you greater value, allowing it to penetrate your soul, disturb your life, and harm you. The solution? I won't say more than what you already know and are waiting for me to say, so you can tell me it's easy to talk. As if I'm supposed to be the doctor who tells you things and writes you a prescription not to eat. He's also supposed to starve instead of you and take the medicine instead of you. What is easy talk, doctor? Talking has always been easy, and execution has always been difficult. The solution, my friend, is the mind. The mind that says it's one's right to aspire and aim for the best, to have reasonable, logical, and honorable ambitions. But the same mind also says that this happens because it's my role and effort to develop and improve myself and provide for my family, not to create the barcode for them that people use. To know my worth. The mind that says those who love us for who we truly are the only ones for whom I would burn my fingers like a candle. And those who respect us because of the title, your honor, your excellency, and your happiness, they stand for the position, the suit, and the brand. Thank them. But don't let them occupy your mind. I'm not telling you to live in a bad place or drive a bad car or carry a bad phone. I'm telling you not to exhaust yourself trying to impress them. Don't look for your value outside. Your value is within you. A genuine, noble person from a good family. A noble, genuine person from a respectable lineage. That's the value we take pride in. And our actions are what testify for us, not our positions or possessions. We are great in our own eyes, and those who look down on us, see us as small, we will also see them as small.